Hello, class 8th. This is the continuation of your chapter number 10, that is a letter to father. In the last video, we have seen that a son has written a letter to his father asking about the questions that was going on in his mind. He wanted to know that the current education system, is it the only way to live a life? So these sort of questions are going on in his mind, for which he has written a letter to his father. We have to start reading from the last line. Let's do a quick review of the last paragraph only. What he is saying that Papa, my grandmother is semi-educated as per today yardstick. Yet she is at peace with her eating utensils and eating styles, her flowers and plants in her backyard, her religion scriptures, and the scriptures of other religion by the way of her great respect for them. So what he is saying that as per today's standard, my grandmother is semi-educated. She is not properly educated, but she is at peace with whatever is her knowledge. The way she is enjoying her eating style, eating utensils, and the way she enjoys with her plants that is there in her backyard, and with her religion scriptures, and the way she respects other religion. With all these things, she is happy. She is not worrying that she is not properly well educated. Whatever education is there with her or she got, she is happy with them. She is at peace with them. Now, on the contrary, what he's saying, my mother is often tense and nervous, though in today's language she is highly educated and professionally qualified. Do you think literacy and knowledge of 3 R's makes her restless, afraid, frustrated, and intolerant of the views of others? So, what he's saying, on the contrary, my mother, she is well educated, properly educated as per today's standard, and she is professionally qualified, but she remains tense, she is always strained, and she is nervous. And he is asking his father that, do you think that literacy and knowledge of these 3 R's is making us restless, afraid, and frustrated and intolerant? Now, the knowledge that we are getting today, there is so much pressure, there is so much competition, to run and get the first position. All these things is making us restless, to achieve more, to get more. All these things are making us afraid, restless, frustrated, and we are in so much pressure. He is asking all these things from his father. Now see what he has to say. Oh Papa, last week my rose plant almost died. When I approached my biology teacher to ask what should I do to save it, she was cross with me. Would you like me to know what she said? She said, go and ask the guy who maintains the school garden. He will tell you whatever you want to know. Well, we learn about pesticides, but we don't know how to use them. Now what he is saying, in a very sad way, he said that last week what happened, father, that my rose plant almost died. It was about to withered. And when he approached to his biology teacher, because for him, his biology teacher was the only one teacher who can help him out to save this rose plant. But when he went to his biology teacher to ask how to save this rose plant, what she said, that go and ask the guy who maintains the garden. I am not going to help you. I am not able to help you. Go and ask the guy who maintains the school gardens. And she said that he will tell you whatever you want to know. I cannot help you. So what he said, that what this boy is saying, that we learn about pesticides in book, but we actually don't know how to use them. So what is the use of these studies that we are actually doing from our books? What is the use of it? Then see what he has to say. It's pity, isn't it? Oh father, it matters not me why the people do not fall upwards, nor do I care what Newton or Archimedes said or did. What matters to me is that my rose plants remain healthy. When there is a fuzz in my house, I should know what to do about it, or be able to light my room. I should know how to repair my scooter, or operate my computer rather than acquiring a degree in computer science. What he is saying that acquiring any degree in any field is not enough for him. What he is saying that I should know everything, I should get the knowledge of everything, so that whenever there is any problem, like a fuse in my house, or if my scooty or my computer is not operating well, I should repair it. I should not be dependent on others. So he's saying that I should be able to repair all these things. It's better than acquiring any degree in computer science or something, and I'm not able to help my house with all these things. So his saying is also correct, that nowadays what we are doing, we are just reading and learning what is given in our book, and we are not acquiring it or understanding it. We are just learning, and then when we pass that class, we are just forgetting what we learned in the last class, because we are not understanding it. But if we try and understanding whatever is given in a bookish, whatever is given in a book, then I think actually we all agree on this, that we all will be in a very we all will understand those things now. So understanding is different thing and learning is different thing. This is what he is also trying to convey through this letter, that we should not care what Newton or Archimedes said, we should not care what degree we have, we should be only seeing what knowledge we have. All right. So actually now he's telling a very deep thing. This is very deep actually. Okay. Now see, Papa, once I asked my grandmother how she got so wise. Do you know what she told me? By living and experiencing. And she laughed as though I had asked something which was too obvious. Are we really living, Papa? Or is it life passing by? Now what he's saying here, that once he asked his grandmother that how she get to be so wise, how she is so wise, how she knows everything, then she said that living and experiencing, you learn everything as time pass by. With everyday experience you learn something. This is what she said, and after that she started laughing as he asked something that was very obvious, because according to her grandmother it was very obvious, or it was very she was thinking that it's obvious that the people in front of us will understand, that you will acquire and understand different things at different age. With daily life experience you start learning things, and this is very obvious. And he is asking to his father that are we really living life, or we are just passing our life? Then what he says, see, my fear is that if I were to meet Newton face to face, I would fail to recognize him. So busy I am learning about him. You know, it is like that boy Vinu in that award-winning film who prattles on the hibiscus is red 100 times, but in his book he colors it yellow. Are we missing out the essence of life, Papa? Okay, now what he is saying, that is, it's very nice what is written here. If you people understand it, you will also understand. He's saying that if suppose in my life, in my real life, if I get a chance to meet Newton, I would not be able to recognize him. Why? Because I will be busy learning about him. Because nowadays what is there? You should learn. There is no practical knowledge. There is only bookish knowledge that you should learn. This is what is today's life now. So what he is saying, that he is afraid to accept it, that now if suppose I get a chance to meet Newton, I might not recognize him because I would be busy in learning about him. He's saying that it is exactly same about this incident is exactly same as that incident happened with the boy Vinu. What happened, that Vinu is the name of a boy who won an award-winning film, who prattles or he talks about hibiscus, and the hibiscus is read 100 times. He was when he was giving he has directed or whatever movie that Vinu guy has made, he prattles, he talks about hibiscus, that hibiscus is red. But in his book when he was coloring it, he colored it yellow. It means that he hasn't understood the actual essence that we should learn. We are actually missing out the actual essence of life. We are just so busy studying that we have stopped living our life. And the actual experience we get only when we live our life, and the way we live our life. But we are missing it out because we are just busy in learning things. And this is what he fears of. Alright. Now see, anyway Papa, do you know where I lost the quarter mark that brought about my fall in the class rank? It was a question on the filling the blanks. I held that I was invited to tea, whereas my teacher was amended that he was invited for tea. So what he's saying here, that anyway Papa, leave this matter. He just wanted to tell him that where he lost that quarter marks that brought his rank down to second. He was not he couldn't come first in the class, and now he's explaining the reason why he came second in the class. He said that it was a question, and the question was filling the blanks, and he said that I was held, like I was firm with my decision that it was I was invited to tea, whereas my teacher, she was or he was she refused to say that it was the answer that I have written is correct, and the teacher said that he was invited for tea is the correct answer. So on this question I have lost the marks. So it is nothing that I have no knowledge, it's just a mistake, and according to me I am correct, and according to my teacher that my teacher is correct. So that is where I have lost that quarter marks, because of which I have lost my rank. Okay, now let's read the last paragraph. It is just a matter of grammar, Papa. If he says that Barack Obama is the president of France, it will have to be at least on my answer paper. My first rank is therefore always at stake, you see. Still, my dearest Papa, I shall keep your advice in mind and try not to lose any quarter marks in future. So what he's saying in the last paragraph, that I accept my mistake, but it was just a matter of grammar. And he said that if my teacher has to say that Barack Obama is the president of France, then I have to write the same answer in my on my answer sheet. Otherwise, my answer will be wrong. So he's saying that my first rank is always at danger. I have to work hard, otherwise I will not be able to keep up that rank. Still, I will keep your advice in my mind, and I will try my best not to lose any quarter marks in future. I understand your concern, but you should also understand what I want to convey through this letter. And then he write, as always, your obedient, ever obedient son, Rahul. So this is a letter written by Rahul to his father, asking and telling about what is going on in his mind related to this bookish knowledge and life experience. This is a very nice chapter. You should read this chapter and understand the actual meaning what I have explained in this. And it's for you all also, that just don't learn, understand what is given in your course. All right. Now let's see take the correct option of this chapter, and the question answers I will send you in PDF form. See the first one, tick the correct options. Rahul's father had a departmental store, and option number B is correct, was a highly educated man. Then second, Rahul's grandfather would play marble and cricket with a wooden stick with his friends. Option number C is correct. Then third, Rahul concluded the letter by stating that his father should not worry about his marks. In the end he said this, that he should not be worried about his marks, and he will work his best to gain his rank back. So this finishes our this chapter. Read this chapter and this tick the correct options again, and we'll meet in the next video and we'll take up your poem. Till then, bye and take care.